Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us. For the special video showcase, I'm going to be opening up the box in front of me, and it's got some lovely Japanese goodies inside. Before we get started, I want to give you a bit of backstory behind this. You'll remember on a couple of my videos where I've done thank yous, and I've talked about my AFA graded Darkwing. I also did a video on it. A couple of stories, long story short, I did a video not so long ago on a Redfoot Prime, and obviously I had two of them, and then a fellow collector and good friend of mine, he really wanted one, so we came to a deal, and he had one of my spare Redfoot Primes, excuse me, and I swapped it for a couple of his figures, including the AFA Darkwing. And literally within a day or two, probably not even that, I think he realised that he'd, in his own eyes, made a mistake, and he really wanted his figure back. So as I'm a collector myself, I couldn't do that to him. I understood how much he wanted it, and he realised he'd made a mistake. So we came to an agreement of the value of what the Redfoot Prime was. So I sent him his figure back, and then literally with the money that I got back for that, I went and got these. So again, I'm not lucky enough to go out and just buy all these figures. This is a direct result of selling him back his graded Darkwing, which initially came from the Redfoot Prime. But here we go, let's have a look inside here. And I've been again watching these for ages. They've been on my watch list, and you know, due to obviously circumstances, I'm not able to go out and just buy them, but I'm lucky enough with what I've got to able to do what I've been doing recently, which is the swapping of figures to help improve my collection. I've said to you guys and your listeners before in the past, if there's any advice I can give you, it is to buy multiple figures. Obviously only if you can afford it. Don't obviously bankrupt yourself or whatever. I have in fact brought figures that, even though I don't really need, I've seen for a really good price on eBay or somewhere else, and again, due to the value of what I know that it's worth, I've just kept hold of it, and it's obviously proved its weight in gold, whatever you want to say. It's worthwhile doing that, because you might not need the figure, but somebody else might. And of course, as long as you're not ripping them off, if it comes to your benefit, if it comes to your aid, which again, this has really proved to me that it has, I've really managed, especially since doing all these videos, to really bolster my collection. And the best thing about it is, and I'm sorry, but much to the annoyance of a few of my friends and fellow collectors as well, it's basically without spending a penny, because I've already got the figures there, so I haven't have to actually go out and spend any physical money. This is really playing up with one hand, so give me 2 seconds. There we go. Right, and again, I know this will be really well packaged because I know who it's come from. I've had these things in my inbox for absolutely ages, but again, just couldn't afford them. Right, here we go. I love the fact that it's got Japanese newspapers inside it as well. I'm not too sure if we're going to be able to make out what's inside here, so I might have to do what I did with the other video and come back in a second. But let's just have a quick look, see how well packaged it is. Brilliant. Right, what we've got here, so you can't tell from the front there, but I'm going to spin it round. That is a mint in box Japanese Cyclonus, so I'm going to stack them up to the side, and then I'm going to have a little pause, and I'm going to unwrap them all. Again, Japanese goodies, amazing. This is, if I very carefully spin this round, because as you'll see when I open it up, the condition I know is really good. So this is a Japanese Bruticus gift set. Again, lovely, really well packaged. None of these are mint in seal box, by the way. These are all played with, but they are all in very good condition, as you can see. And here we go. So this is another gift set. You know me and my gift sets. There is, you can't tell there, if I spin it around, can you tell? Yes, another one. So this is Computron, Japanese gift set. Oh, my Japanese collection is getting quite crazy now. And then the final one, yep, there's even more. You will be very surprised how much a Redfoot Prime is worth. So if you are a UK viewer and you have a Redfoot Prime, it is worth far more than you probably realise. And especially, and this isn't because, it's basically just because of our location to Americans and people like that, because we were obviously lucky enough to get the Redfoot Primes, whereas they didn't at all. This is a Japanese Devastator gift set, so I'm going to open these in a second, and then I'll come back and show you what they look like. Excellent. Okay then, so here they are. They're all outside of their packaging. Again, none of these are mint in seal boxes. Some of these boxes, unfortunately, as you'd expect, you know, they've got a bit of wear and tear on them, but there's a guy, as I've already mentioned already, he is on Facebook and his name is Tim Banerjee, and he does some box restoration. So funnily enough, I'm going to send this one off definitely to him. So if we have a quick look at this now, and then I'll probably save this video clip and then show you how good he is at doing his job. So that was the Cyclonus one. The next one out of the pack was the Bruticus gift set, and the big thing with this, I don't know if you guys have seen my Onslaught video yet either, but with the Onslaught it's got a launcher inside, so the bit on the top, it launches any one of these vehicles straight off him. I'll have to do another updated video now with that, obviously, which is good. But yeah, lovely. There's my favourite battle scene again on the back of the Japanese box sets. Just don't know what it is about Japanese box sets in myself. I suppose it's just because of how different they look. This is Computeron. This is nice and big. This is, again, good condition. I will obviously be doing individual videos on these with the rest of the other ones that I've got to show you the variants, show you the differences. And there's the bit of a later battle scene there. And then the final one, again, nice condition. Boxes aren't amazing, but they still display great enough for me, to be honest. There is, of course, Devastator, and that's another Devastator set that I've got. I need to really update my Devastator video. And before, as I say, I leave you guys, I just wanted to touch again on what I was saying about the Redfoot Prime's value. If you do live in the UK, he's a very, very good figure to have of. You can pick these up. They're not like really common, but they're more common than you'd think. So, and again, as I mentioned, it's just the fact, it's just location. It's just, and that's what this YouTube channel has really, really helped me to do. Because beforehand, obviously, oh dear, that's not good. All I've done is looked in UK toy fairs. I mean, I've looked on eBay and that sort of stuff. But by doing this, you do tend to find out more of what is more valuable where it is. It's just down to location. Obviously the Japanese figures in Japan are just normal prices and, you know, really, really common, whereas if you find a guy who sells them, or the Japanese website yourself, they're, you know, they're no more expensive than some of the UK ones. And in fact, Star Saber, if you're after a Star Saber, if you go onto like Joust and Japanese websites like that, you can find them for, you know, next to nothing. Or use Matt Barrett, he's a brilliant Japanese toy seller. He'll get them used, and you won't have to pay any of the import charges. Same as Chuck Lee on Artfire. They're both really good sellers, and yeah, you avoid all the import charges with that. So yeah, I just basically want to reiterate that things in your location, although they're quite common, it's that, again, it's that saying, isn't it? One man's trash is another man's treasure. Some of the stuff that was released in the UK, especially again your Euro releases, so if you've got any of the Predators, the Turbojets, the value of them compared to some of the things in America is worth a lot more. It really is. So some of the things that you've got that you might not think, oh, I don't really want this anymore, or you've just brought, like I said, because you know that it's got some value and it's going to be worth something to somebody else. So again, without ripping them off, and again, everybody knows what things are worth, and this is a brilliant community and everybody is so nice and everybody's helping each other out. You can do great swaps, great trades. There's loads of websites, Facebook groups that enable you to do this. So you might be getting bored of some figures, or your collection might change. I was initially going to start to go for the G2, but I've decided not to with that, and there's a fellow collector in America who I'm doing some swaps with right now as well, which I can talk about later in another video. But yeah, I just want to reiterate to you guys that it's not as hard as you may think to start to build and bolster up a collection. If you've got things, if you've got doubles, and again, you know, don't bankrupt yourself. If you see something in a sale aisle and you've got a few quid, especially in the UK, you know, guys, we've got B&M, we've got Home Bargains and stuff, and they're always popping up there. And they could sometimes be a release that, you know, the Americans, the Europeans didn't have. So you can really bolster your collection just by being a bit savvy. So this again is another video. I know you guys love it. Everybody keeps saying how much they love the unboxing things, and it's a new thing that I've decided to do. It is a bit of fun. But yeah, these are the new additions, all thanks to a sale of, or a swap should we say, that ended up being a sale of a Redfoot Prime that I just had sitting on a shelf for ages. So thank you very much to everybody for watching this. I look forward to doing the videos with these to show you them in a bit more detail, and take care.